If you heard some Deadmau5 music and decided, hey, that's really cool, I want to make that, and then you proceeded to go out and make music just like Deadmau5's music, you've already lost.
Hey guys, it's Jake. Welcome to the vlog this week. It's Monday morning, and I have some awesome news for you. I was telling you guys last week Ableton 10 got released, and I'm super excited about it. And over the weekend, I discovered they actually have an open beta. Somehow I didn't know they had one at all, and so that was pretty awesome news for me. So I definitely signed up for it right away, and this morning I got notified that I've actually been accepted into the beta program. So I have to go to work now, unfortunately, but Ableton 10 has been downloaded and is currently installing in my home computer. So as soon as I get off work, I'll be back over there messing with the new stuff, kind of checking it all out. So I'll have some new videos up for you guys. We can kind of go over some of the new features. I'll be doing some streaming for it. I'm just really excited to get started with that kind of stuff. Hey guys, it's Tuesday night. It's about 9 o'clock now. Got off work and went straight to the gym, basically. It's a boxing gym. Boxing gloves here, if you can see them. A lot of fun, a good workout, but it's late now, and I'm hungry. So, unfortunately, I don't really have time for music tonight. It's kind of one of those nights during the week where I can't really do a whole lot. I get off work, I only have a couple hours to just go to the gym and come back and pretty much get ready for the next day. But I did get to mess with Ableton Live 10 a little bit yesterday, just for like 10 minutes, not very much. And I used the Wavetable synth a little bit. It's pretty sweet. Definitely want to get into a live stream tomorrow night and really just mess with it more, trying some of the other effects too, and just try and play with it a little bit, see what's going on, and you guys can join in and watch it too. So hopefully people will show up and watch, and we can all kind of learn together what Ableton 10 has to offer. But either way, I'm really excited to get into that, and then get back to some music tomorrow. I hate the days where I can't make music.
Wednesday night now. I just got home from work and about to eat some dinner. Tonight, I'm not too sure what I'm going to do. I can either work with Ableton Live 10 a little bit and mess with the beta, check out some of the new features again, and just try to kind of get more familiar with them and make some videos about that maybe. Or I can work on some more music and try and get some songs finished. They both are very important, and I don't know which one I should do. In the meantime, I wanted to talk about finding your niche. I follow a lot of business blogs and YouTube channels and newsletters and whatever. Since I'm an entrepreneur with my Cryonaut Media business, I like to see what those guys have to say and get their tips and stuff for a lot of different things. And one thing that I've been seeing a lot of lately is how to find your niche. Now, for a business, this is really important, especially when you're starting out. You need to figure out how you are different from your competitors. Obviously, that makes a lot of sense. If you try and do the same thing someone else does, how are you going to succeed versus them, Now, a lot of people that are watching this are probably not going to be very happy with what I'm going to say, but if you are trying to do anything where you're trying to build an audience, you need to treat it like a business. If you're a musician and you want to gain a fan base, you want to play live shows, you need to treat it like a business. And one of the most important things to do in treating it like a business is to find your niche. There are very few producers, and probably none when they started out, that made a whole bunch of different genres, all kinds of different styles of music, and were successful. I feel like pretty much everyone started out and got really good at one or two, maybe two genres, and then progressed through them and got better and better, and then maybe they branched out. But when they started out, they probably stuck with just one. And that's where you kind of find your niche. Now, if you started producing music, 5 or 6 years ago, some of the big names out there were like Deadmau5 and Skrillex. If you heard some Deadmau5 music and decided, hey, that's really cool, I want to make that, and then you proceeded to go out and make music just like Deadmau5's music, you've already lost. You can't compete with someone as big as Deadmau5 by making the same exact thing as he does. He's the greatest at it because he's been doing it for so long. I'm not saying he's the greatest producer ever. He's the greatest at being Deadmau5. So instead, what you want to do is go out and make music that's like Deadmau5's, but is a bit different still. Or like Skrillex, but a bit different. Or pick any genre that's out there right now, any famous artist. You want to be like them in a way, but find your own voice. You have to be a little bit different. And what that means is totally up to you. It could be your live show is unique. It could be your style of music is a little bit different. Maybe your voice is different if you sing, or just whatever you want to do with it. It's going to be a little bit different. One of the easiest ways to find your niche, because a lot of times that's really confusing and doesn't make much sense, is to try a lot of different things. If you are making music, try making a whole bunch of different genres and see which ones you like the best. If you have somewhat of a fan base, see which ones that you like, but also resonate with your fans. Just like with starting a business, you need to try all kinds of different things. And so for me, if you have been watching Cryonaut Media, I started out writing blogs for my website. I did a couple guest posts for some other people with writing blogs. Those did okay. I didn't love it that much, so I decided to try making videos. That has been doing a bit better. I like it a lot more, and I'm getting better at it. I'm getting a decent amount of views on some of them, so that's starting to do pretty well. But that's just an example of, trying all these different things and seeing which ones I like and which ones work well, because those are both very important things to finding your niche. Now, for music, I started out kind of making sort of progressive house, but also dubstep, trying to figure out which ones I liked at all. Turns out that I'm not that great at making dubstep. Definitely wasn't back then either. But then I discovered, like future bass, future house, that kind of music. And I've been really focusing on that lately, and I feel like I'm doing a lot better now. And I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm starting to put my music out there a little bit more, and people are liking it a little bit. So that's the direction I'm going to be moving in with Cryonaut, with Cryosion. It's more future house type stuff. And I feel like I like it a lot, and it's somewhat successful, so I feel like that's the best path for me. So that's what I've been doing to find my niche and try to stand out a little bit, from all the noise out there. So hopefully that helps you kind of figure out how you can find your niche and how you can stand out a little bit. There's a lot of stuff there, and I know not everyone's going to agree with it, and that's okay. Ignore all the people that are hating on everybody else. Just do what you like, and eventually, you'll just keep working, get your big break. So for the rest of the night, I'm probably gonna end up doing both of the things that I mentioned. I'll work on Ableton Live a little bit, make a quick video or two, and just kind of get familiar with some of the stuff. But then I'll go work on some more music because I really need to get some more songs finished. I have deadlines that I've set for myself, so got to try to meet those. Weekend is finally here. It's been a long week at work, so I haven't been able to do a whole lot in the evenings. But last night I was able to finish 2 of my songs, and they are pretty much ready for release. I need to test them out on a few different speakers around, check them in my car, check them out in the living room, just make sure they still sound good on all these different speaker systems. And then they're pretty much done. And then I'll just have to create some artwork for them and plan out a release schedule. I'll probably try to release one this month, and then I might save the next one for January, probably, because I'm hoping to have at least 2, maybe 3 Christmas songs out in December. So I don't want to kind of flood December with a whole bunch of music and then not have anything for a while. So I think I'll focus the Christmas songs in December, so that'd be the main release that I have then, and then I'll leave one for January so that I can hopefully have something to release, even though I may not have much time in December with all the holidays and stuff going on. So I did work on that last night and finished those 2 songs. I also had an old friend from high school reach back out to me We've been talking a couple times about maybe him singing over some of my music and getting some vocal tracks laid down. So I just actually a little while ago sent him those 2 songs to see if he'd be interested in either one of them. So yeah, I'm really hoping to find a good vocalist for my songs. Otherwise, I may have to do it. And if you've heard my other songs, I'm not the greatest singer. But more importantly, it takes me forever to write lyrics. I'm terrible at that part. It just drags on and on and on. So not really hoping, I'm hoping to find someone else to do it instead of having me do it. And normally what I'll do instead is just do an instrumental track and not have any vocals. But anyway, so today I've been playing with Ableton Live 10 on the screen back there. Really cool stuff. The Echo device I found is awesome. I have another video out on that and some really cool, like, unintentional features of creating some wind kind of noise and like really interesting evolving background kind of texture sounds. Feedback is what causes it to loop into itself over and over and over and can just cause absolute chaos. Usually it's not a good thing most of the time, but in this case, where you set that can be pretty interesting. Really cool. And then did another quick video just overviewing some of the other stuff that's new, the devices at least. So now I'm going to work on, I'm going to be editing some of those videos and try and get them out this weekend. And then next on my list after that, though, is my Christmas songs. So I just found out that one of them I was planning on doing is not public domain, which means I've got to pay royalties, and licensing fees to actually be able to cover it and release it. So I'll be skipping that one for now. Maybe later on, once I'm famous, I'll do that. But for now, I picked a new one to replace it. So I have the 2 songs that I have in some stage of progress. One of them is almost done being arranged. I need to do a little bit more work on that. And then another one where I pretty much just have the initial idea out and just need to build the whole thing. And then this 3rd song, which I haven't even started yet. So I have a lot of work cut out for me for the next 2 or 3 weeks before I'm hoping to have them released. And that's going to be the majority of today and tomorrow. Sunday again. I just finished streaming a little bit. I was using the Ableton Live 10 beta, checking out the Wavetable synth. It's been a lot of fun. I created 3 kind of presets with some effects and everything. So instrument racks for Ableton Live. Very different kind of sounds. I got a pluck kind of a sound, a bass sound, and a nice chord sound. It's going to be a lot of fun getting to know that instrument and that synth a little bit better. And I'm definitely going to try and create a video comparing that versus Serum. They look very, very similar, but I think Serum has a few more features, so we'll kind of see how they compare. I think the Ableton Wavetable synth is going to have a huge advantage when it comes to CPU usage, though, because Serum takes up a ton of CPU, and a lot of people complain about it. But I think because the Ableton one is going to be a default, a stock device, it should work a lot better and let you do more, have more instances of it before it starts causing CPU drain. So thanks for joining me this week, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed watching some of what I've been working on a little bit, and I'll be releasing a new song within the next week or 2, so keep an eye out for that. In the meantime, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more, of my music. And I will see you guys next week.